Hello, welcome back to Sushi LiveNoding. In this episode, we're gonna take a look at the creation of this kind of procedural stars that you can actually just paint something in here, and it will update uh, on these procedural stars. This was actually kind of accidental. It's kind of interesting. I know the fact that now we have this evaluate image, and maybe I should give it a color because this is our main guy. The evaluate image now have this alpha channel understanding. So whatever you draw, if you have an image with alpha channel, you can kind of do the masking that way. So yeah, that's we know the drill. Just prepare this grid of points, any numbers, less or more. I'll just make it 30 for now, and this will basically sampling the image you provide, and based on that sampling, whenever it's find RGBA, it will understand and give you the data. In this case, I'm really looking at the alpha. The RGB doesn't matter. I can just use any color. It doesn't really read the color. So the alpha is what matters, and whatever points it detects the alpha or not detecting the alpha, I'm using this list mask basically to select either whether there's an alpha channel or not alpha channel. So it's like on and off thing, and this kind of theme is running throughout this setup. So I have this circle, and once again I'm doing this kind of like a masking underneath. So originally this is not like a star. It was just like a kind of like a bunch of random circle. Let me get rid of this. Okay, this is the original setup. It's just a bunch of circle. Then I decided, okay, with the circle I want to scale the vertices, right? And I'm using random number. Set the size to 2, so it's kind of like on and off. And I'm using this random value on and off for the low and high value, and this actually generate this kind of stars pattern. So this was kind of accidental. It's a funny one. And if I increase the number of the vertices, it needs to be an even number to get a nice star, and you get something like this. Yeah, it's really cool. And you just simply pipe it down and then create a single. This is actually just a single object, single mesh. And the output, I'm just giving it another vertex color, and for the vertex color, it's just a bunch of random color. So I think it's kind of cool. It's pretty fancy. Okay, the color. If I want to make this setup like a bit better, I need to control the number. But I'm gonna leave it like this so you can play around with it. So this is the saturations that you can control. Just a normal HSV. I'm using Blender 2.79 with Python 3.5.3. So this one doesn't need the alpha with the color RGB. So let me demonstrate how you can use this. So I'm gonna get rid of the alpha, and let's draw something. So if I update this, it disappears. So now if I draw something, okay, it generates the star. It's pretty cool. Yeah, and then you can still play around with this, kind of making the star a little bigger. And this thing actually updating on the fly. If you keep this running, so it's playing back, and then you kind of, okay, I wanna add this little bit of pixel. It understands the whole thing. So yeah, I quite like this setup, and I think yeah, it's handy little thing, even though it's really simple. Really, it's taking advantage of the alpha, and then kind of instancing the circle, and then masking the circle, scaling it so it looks like a star, and you end up with something like this. It's very simple setup, but it's pretty powerful. So yeah, thanks again for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.